Hello, Facebook world. Welcome to this live podcast recording. I am so excited to be here today. Oh, I'm so pumped and just like in the freaking zone. So I was just getting in the flow. It's a conscious decision I make every single day. And it always gets me really, really excited and inspired. So I'm really pumped to be here. So one of the things I did to choose flow, and then this is what inspired this recording. And I've been wanting to come on here and do some live podcast recordings so I can connect with you and channel some more content for my podcast. So one of the things I do is I've got to exercise, right? And what I've realized in exercise, right, is we talk about in the spiritual communities and the online communities about getting into a flow state or creating flow in our lives when we're in flow. This is where unreasonable things happen. This is where things just seem to manifest like left and right. They don't make sense. Right? The things that you've been wanting forever that you forgot about all of a sudden just come to you, and like every single thing, the minute you think about it, it happens, right? This is what happens in the flow state. And we get to choose the flow state. We get to choose to be in this state of flow and to create it. And it takes a commitment every single day for really doing that. And for me, movement is so important in that, because movement, you're moving your blood, you're moving oxygen, you're literally increasing your blood flow. And when you're increasing your blood flow, you're increasing your energy flow. Hello. So I always get super pumped. I always get super inspired. Today is an incredibly gorgeous day. I just went for a trail run in the 60 degrees outside, and now I'm sitting by the river talking to you. So if you're popping on, when you're popping on, I see a ton of amazing people. Please say hello. Let me see if the comments are working. They might not be working, and that's okay as well too. But I wanted to talk about creating unreasonable results. And I love talking about this, and I love doing this, right? So recently I created the unreasonable result of generating $80,000 cash in my business in 8 weeks by hardly posting, by barely showing up. I sold 23 spots into my last program with 3 posts. I pre-sold spots into the program that I just announced yesterday. Money, the program that's the program that helps you become the woman that money flocks to. It's a money healing program. It's amazing. This is what actually allowed me to create unreasonable results. I sold spots in this program 2.5 months ago. I sold multiple spots in this program 2.5 months ago, and I only just announced it yesterday. So how do we do this, right? Like, how do we create these unreasonable results in our business? There's a couple of different ways. You can work your fucking ass off until the state of burnout. And get frustrated and overwork yourself and create a ton of pressure for yourself and have like no time to enjoy your life, no time to enjoy all the money you're making, no time to enjoy your relationships, no time to really feel the fulfillment that you're creating. And raise your hand if you've done that. I know that I've done that. And you know what? That's just not very fun, right? So I'm all about letting money be easy, letting making money be easy, letting making money be simple, and letting it be really fucking fun. Because I believe the purpose of life is to be in joy, to enjoy it, to experience all the amazing things that we have in this life, in this world, our relationships, even the contrasting ones, the ones that help us grow. Those are the most fulfilling sometimes, oftentimes, right? To be able to go out and experience nature. Yesterday I went paddleboarding for the first time. My feet were so numb. I felt like I was balancing on icicles, but it was gorgeous. It was sunny. The river was glass. I'm going to give you a river shot here. I'm sitting here enjoying, there's my island right there, looking at the beautiful Columbia River Gorge. It's a little breezy outside. Otherwise I would be outside. But there's a way to create unreasonable results in your business. And I want to break down that word for you. And if you have any breakthroughs or if you have any ahas as I'm channeling, as I'm speaking, as I'm riffing, those of you who know me know that I just riff, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear. So we have our logical mind. Sometimes we call it our ego or our conscious mind, right? Our brain. We have our logical mind. And for most of our lives, we've been listening to our logical mind and listening to the reasoning for why we should or should not do things. Who here is great at justifying things for themselves? You justify things for yourself. I'm really good at that, especially with shopping. I'm great at justifying purchases, right? I look at the reasons to do it instead of not to. I'm looking at reason, right? Looking at reason why I should buy something, why I should not buy something, why I should hire a coach, why I should not hire a coach, why I should invest in myself, why I should not invest in myself. I'm always looking at reasons why I should or should not do something, right? This is the logical mind. This is your ego looking at reasons, right? But if you want to create unreasonable results in your life and in your business, guess what? You're gonna have to start listening to the unreason, not the reasons. You got to stop justifying why you should or should not, or why you can or cannot, or why you are worthy or not worthy, or deserving or not deserving of something. That's all logical mind bullshit. I love you. It's bullshit. You've got to start listening to the unreason. And in that unreasonable space, right, oftentimes this is your intuition. How many times have you ever taken a leap that didn't make sense? How many times have you ever made a decision that didn't make sense? Or how many times, better yet, hello, Yolanda. Congratulations. I love celebrating you. How many times have you intuitively felt the pull to do something? You're like, hell yes, I'm going to do this. And then the next day, you're looking at all the reasons why you shouldn't, or why it's irresponsible of you to do this. Why it's irresponsible. And all the reasoning why you shouldn't make this purchase, hire the coach, sign up for the program, buy the car, go on the trip. And then you start listening to the reasoning, and then you don't. And you hold yourself back. And then a month goes by, or a couple months go by, and you find yourself in the same place. In the same place. And you're like, why am I still here? I'm doing all the work. Maybe I'm working extra because I have this belief that I need to work harder in order to make more. Are you doing more of the mindset work? Are you doing more of the journaling? Are you doing more of the whatever? But you're still not following your intuition. You're still not listening to the voice of unreason. You're listening to the voice of reason. Well, I didn't sign people into my program because my audience isn't engaged enough yet. Well, I can't raise my rates because I'm not worthy enough yet. Well, I can't ask that person on a date because I don't have the body yet. It sounds bullshit when I say it or when somebody else says it, right? But you feel it. It feels real for you when you think it and say it, and therefore you hold yourself back, right? So we want to create unreasonable results in our business, which means you have to listen to that space of unreason, which is also the place of intuition. Following your heart, trusting your gut. The craziest leaps I have ever made did not make sense. Recently, I shut down my Facebook group. Most people would look at me and say, that does not make sense. You have high engagement. Your people love your Facebook group. That doesn't make sense. But I trusted my heart. In December, I celebrated my highest month so far. very quickly coming up on my highest month again. And I shut down a program, a membership that I had that was very successful. It didn't make sense. But I followed my heart and I did it anyways. And in doing that, I created so much more space and momentum and capacity for really allowing more of the aligned clients, the aligned price points, the aligned programs that I wanted to fill in. When I went on maternity leave, knowing I was going to be a single mom with zero financial support, I sold my business. That did not make sense. Many people told me I was crazy. I felt crazy at times. But because of that, I have this amazing, incredible business, this incredible lifestyle that I get to provide for myself and for my child. We just went on a trip over a month to Mexico. I'm planning our next trip. I work less and I make more than I've ever made because I listened to Unreason, right? And I bet if you look back at your life and you look at those things that didn't make sense, the steps you took, the leaps you took that did not make sense, but you knew in your heart you could not avoid not listening and ignoring your heart anymore. You took the leap. I know those were the greatest leaps that led to the greatest transformation, that led to the most unreasonable results you've ever had. A reminder came on my phone that said, just now, as I was saying this, that said, I allow $100,000 a month effortlessly. That's unreasonable, but it's happening. And the only reason unreasonable things happen is because I listen to the unreasonable steps and guidance of my heart. I do unreasonable things. I make unreasonable investments in myself. I take unreasonable action. Doing less and making more. I do less and I make more because I be more. I be more of myself. I be more heart-centered. I am being more of me, releasing more of the masks, more of the facades, more of the bullshit stories that I've been carrying around, more of the projections of others of who they think I should be and what they think I should do. It's consciously unlistening to reason. This is what's going to allow you to create unreasonable results. And then things like, people reach out to you out of the blue that are just like, hey, do you have any programs going on? How can I pay you? I would like to pay you. Somebody reached into my inbox the other day and was like, I want to just give you a gift on PayPal. Do you do that? Do you accept that? Can I just give you a gift, a blessing? I'm like, okay. Unreasonable things happen when you listen to unreason, when you listen to your intuition. You already know every single answer within you, every single next best step. All you have to do is focus on where you're going and ask your heart and listen and follow through. You already know. Whether it's somebody that you need to ask for help or hire for support, or a step to take in the right direction, a relationship to leave, a new place to show up, a program to shut down, or something to open up. Things that don't make sense, you already know. The only question is are you listening to your heart? Are you listening to your intuition? And are you connected enough to be able to hear what your heart and intuition say? This is where getting quiet comes into play, so you can really truly hear. The more you go inward, the more you're able to go outwards. The farther you go in deep here, into your heart, into your soul, the more you're able to create out here. Everything comes from you, even those unreasonable results, and the answers are already within you. So if you needed a reminder to trust yourself, there it is. If you need a reminder to go move your body, to quiet your mind, there it is. If you need a reminder of the incredible badass that you are, who already knows all the answers, there it is. The biggest thing for you to do is to stop listening here in your mind. Stop listening to reason and start listening to the unreason. Everything is within you and everything comes from you. So I hope this gives you that gentle nudge or that gentle reminder that you need to trust yourself, to return home to soul, to do the things that don't make sense in order to create the life that doesn't make sense. The life I have now does not make sense compared to the life I had a few years ago. But I knew I was creating it, and I consistently did those things that don't make sense. You get to do that too. Yes, Jill, you only live once. How many times are you listening in here into your heart, to your soul, to yourself, to create the life you truly live? So I want to leave you with that to think about. Go connect back with yourself. Go connect, return home to soul. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. You are always supported. You would not be led down that path if you were not always supported. You don't have to see every single step along the path. You just have to trust yourself. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you enjoyed this, please share this. This is being uploaded on the podcast, so please like, share, subscribe, leave a 5-star review so others can have access to this as well. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. Go listen to your heart and love.